In February 1959, 9 experienced hikers slashed their way out of their own tent and ran barefoot into the freezing snow to their deaths. They were young, they were tough, they were Soviet citizens who knew how to survive the cold. But something on that mountain terrified them so badly, they chose to freeze to death rather than stay in their tent. Crushed chests, missing eyes, a missing tongue, and clothing radioactive enough to set off Geiger counters. Today, we are hiking up Kholat Syakhl, the dead mountain, to solve the Dyatlov Pass incident. The group was led by Igor Dyatlov, a brilliant 23-year-old engineering student. He assembled a dream team of hikers from the Ural Polytechnic Institute. Their goal was ambitious, a grade 3 climb, the most difficult classification at the time. They departed on January 23rd. Spirits were high. Their diaries were full of jokes, sketches, and excitement about the future. One man, Yuri Yudin, turned back due to joint pain. He was devastated to leave his friends behind. He didn't know it yet, but that joint pain just saved his life. On February 1st, the group began their ascent up the pass. But the weather turned. Blizzards blinded them. They strayed off course and decided to set up camp on an exposed slope of Kholat Syakhl. Igor promised to send a telegram by February 12th. The date came and went. Silence. By the 20th, families were panicking. A rescue operation was launched. Pilots and students scoured the white wilderness. Finally, on February 26th, they spotted a small dark shape against the snow. The tent was collapsed, covered in snow. But it wasn't crushed by an avalanche. When investigators looked closely, they found something that made their blood run cold. The tent had been cut open from the inside. Whatever was outside was waiting for them. And they were so desperate to escape, they sliced their way out. 9 sets of footprints, some wearing only socks, some with one shoe, some barefoot. They walked calmly, not running down the slope toward the tree line, into minus 30-degree darkness. At the tree line, under a large cedar, rescuers found the remains of a fire, and the first 2 bodies, Doroshenko and Krivonishenko. They were stripped to their underwear. Their hands were burned. The branches of the cedar were broken up to 5 meters high. They had been climbing the tree. What were they looking at? Or what were they hiding from? 3 more bodies, including Igor Dyatlov, were found between the tree and the tent. They died posing as if they were trying to crawl back to the shelter. They froze to death. It took 2 months to find the rest, buried under 4 meters of snow in a ravine. And this is where the story stops making sense. Unlike the others, these 4 had massive internal trauma, skulls fractured, ribs crushed. Experts compared the force to a car crash, but there were no external bruises. It was like they were crushed by pressure. Dubinina was missing her eyes and her tongue. It had been ripped out at the root. The Soviet government closed the case quickly. Their verdict? A compelling natural force. Modern science suggests a slab avalanche. A block of snow hit the tent, crushed their ribs, and forced them to flee. But avalanches don't explain the radiation. Or the missing tongue. Some locals speak of the Menka Russian Yeti. Others point to lights seen in the sky that night. Launching or parachute mines. The most disturbing theory? Parachute mines. The Soviet military was testing weapons. The concussive blast caused the internal injuries. The radiation came from the weapon fallout. And the government covered it up. Conclusion: we may never know the truth. Was it nature? Was it man? Or was it something unknown? 9 hikers went up. None came down, but their legend remains frozen in time. Which theory do you believe? The avalanche or the military test? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more mysteries from the archives, hit the subscribe button and I'll see you in the dark.